If you've clicked this video, it's because you're either curious or you're actually contemplating buying an e-bike. And you can just stop right now because the benefits are just too amazing. And this is coming from someone, moi, who has actually sold their car, bought an e-bike, and uses that e-bike for any and all transportation needs. Hi, I'm Shauna. I sold my 2,000 plus square foot home and Toyota Prius, bought an e-bike, got a tiny home rental, and now I'm saving and planning for a van life / box truck. Join me for the adventure while I go over hot tips, planning, saving strategies, and more. Alright, so like I mentioned, I sold my car and I bought an e-bike. So I've been using mine since September of 2023 in replacement of a car. So the benefits that we're about to go over are the same benefits that you can also enjoy, and you're welcome. So number one is no car payment. That is just fan-freaking-tastic. No more car payment, right? Just think about that number right now in your head, times it by 12, and there you go. You're welcome. No more car payment. And number two, which goes with number one, no more car insurance. We can literally just stop the video right here because those two reasons alone are reasons for you to get an e-bike instead of a car. I mean, those are huge numbers of savings for you, right? Come on. But all right, I'll give you number three. Number three is no more gas. No more pulling up to the pumps and getting gas, whatever that number is. Again, times it by, well, actually, not times it by 12, because you actually get gas probably, what, once, twice, I don't know your commute, but add that up how many times a month you are stopping for a full tank of gas, and then times that by 12. And there you go, another huge savings. Like, come on, this is amazing, right? All right, if that wasn't enough, let's move on to number four. Number four is no more oil changes. No more pulling up to Jiffy Lube or even worse, car dealerships and waiting, twiddling your thumbs, waiting for your car to be serviced and then to get back a bill for that oil change that is anywhere between, what, 60 to 100, give or take. I know the last time I went through an oil change, it was like a little over 60, close to 70, and then the last time I went to a Jiffy Lube with my friend's car, hers was almost $100. So, all right, you're not doing that again with an e-bike. You're charging it. You're charging a little bit of juice. Takes a little over 5 hours for you to charge your battery, but that's about it. Come on, that's amazing. Come on. All right, I'll give you another one. No more tolls. If you are commuting and there are tolls, no more of that. Now, let's break this down because I don't want you saying, well, she said no more tolls. Okay, it depends on your city and your toll booth operator, because I've done some homework on this and it kind of went down 50-50 in the middle there. So some cities will say that your e-bike is acting as a motor vehicle and using the toll road that you should pay, okay? And then some are gonna say, no, it's an electric bike and you're not needing to go through the actual toll booth, so you can bypass it. And some toll booth operators I've heard just kind of wave you through because you're on a bike and not a car. So it just depends, but you know how you can avoid the tolls? That will lead us to number actually 6 is shortcuts. So just like a car can do, an e-bike can do better. So you're avoiding the tolls by rerouting. So just like I said, a car can reroute around the tolls. An e-bike can one-up that better by taking shortcuts that a vehicle cannot go through. So I have 2 great examples of that. One, I'm coming back from visiting my son following my little GPS app, and it wants to lead me into what looks like a bush. And at first I thought it was a glitch, but I was like, okay. And I go ahead and take a look, and lo and behold, you pass through this, what looks like a bush, and it's like a wraparound area that leads to another road that a car cannot do. A car cannot go through this little tiny path looking like a bush. So it saves distance and time with shortcuts on an e-bike. Number 2 example, I had to go to buy some cat food from PetSmart. Now, my GPS app didn't tell me to do this, but I happened to see that when I was en route, there was a bike path that I was like, hey, I'm pretty sure this bike path leads to a shortcut. So lo and behold, yes it did. I rerouted myself. That again, only an e-bike can take and not a car. So that is also a huge plus, right? No shortcuts. All right, so that's gonna actually lead me to number 7, which is no more traffic jams. Okay, that's great, right? Come on, you're sitting in traffic, you just wanna get home, it's bumper to bumper. That ain't happening anymore. You're on an e-bike, there's no more traffic. So just think about that for a moment. That's a huge plus. And the funny thing is, I've often wondered why I've been passing traffic jams, whether it be car accident related or just a really bad intersection. If people in their cars were looking at me with jealousy and hate because I'm moving and they're not, and it turns out they are, because I actually had my internet blow out from a lightning strike, and the tech guy that came in saw my e-bike, and it spawned up a conversation, and he was asking me, questions here and there, and then we got into this little debate, which I won't bring up the other part of the debate until my later on. But one of the things he happened to mention to me was, on his way to Mount Dora, apparently there's a road that is pretty bad. Similar, I guess, maybe to like our I-4, but maybe worse in his opinion. But he was mentioning that when he's stuck in traffic and he sees a e-biker go past him, how pissy he gets. And so I was like, all right, I guess that answers the questions, that people are jelly when they're sitting in traffic jams and I'm whizzing by them. So sorry, but hey, it's a benefit for you if you do get an e-bike. You can bypass this. You are allowed to be on a sidewalk and they are not. So you are going to be bypassing this traffic jam. So yay! So no traffic jam. Next one is number 8, which is health. So it's no secret that exercise is healthy. It does, whether you're walking, running, swimming, jump roping, whatever it is, e-biking, it's exercise, and exercise is healthy. So here's the other debate. The tech guy got into it with me. He probably, like others, have come up in their head that you're not exercising on an e-bike. And I will agree with you if you are just using the motor, the pedal, the thumb throttle. If you're just using thumb throttle and the motor, okay, you win. There is no exercise done on that. It's not. So I debated with him that, let me stop you right there. Depending how you use the e-bike, it is total exercise. So level 0, my bike is 64 pounds, okay? 64 pounds, and it has fat wheels. So 64 pounds plus the fat wheels, plus I'm fat. So if you're on level 0, you are working more than you would be on a manual bike. Okay, you're gonna break major sweat on this one, all right? Level 1 is just a little bit of help, a little bit. So you are still exercising and sweating. You're still sweating profusely on level 1. Level 2, this is where I like to be, level 2. Level 2 is even a little bit more help, but it's still exercising. I am still breaking a sweat on level 2. Now, maybe that's because I'm a big girl, but level 2, I am still having to push the pedals to get it to go at the speed I want to go. So it is still exercise. Now, level 3, okay, maybe not so much. Maybe now it's like taking care of you, but you know, if you're still pedaling, doing the pedal assist, you're still getting movement in your hips and your knees. So there's still exercise being happening, but you know, maybe you're not breaking a sweat so much. Level 4 and 5, those are pretty much motor, and unless you're pedal assisting on level 4 and 5 and getting that motion, like I said, into your hip, into your knees, then it's not really exercise. If you're just sticking your finger on the thumb throttle and letting your hair blow back in the wind, okay? No exercise there. So you would win on that debate, but if you are actually doing pedal assist, at least you're getting some movement. Even when you're on the motor of 4 or 5, you're still getting some motion in there. I wouldn't call it so much exercise. It's more like probably therapy of your joints. But all right, so number 2 on that aspect of health is mental. Okay, I work from home, so I like to say I work in a cave. And when I get out on my e-bike, the moment I'm outside, I feel so much better. So it's just mental, like, whew, like fresh air, the sun, vitamin sun, yay. People watching, who doesn't like to watch people? You're seeing animals. I've seen so many animals, alligators, turkeys, of course squirrels, suicidal lizards, and those of you that ride bikes know what I mean by suicidal lizards. Oh my goodness. Birds, raccoons. I've seen so much fun wildlife when I'm out on a bicycle ride, especially when I'm out on trails. So lots to see. The mental aspect of just getting out of your house, fresh air, sun, people watching, animal watching, all of that is just really great for you. So there are health benefits. Now, the other thing I'm going to touch base on the health on an e-bike is going back to exercise. So with an e-bike, there is like a security blanket to be had, meaning if you go long distance, guess what? You have a motor to get you back home. So I brought this up to the tech guy, excuse me, in an argument about the exercise benefits of an e-bike. When I was on a regular bicycle, I was maybe doing 30 minutes. Maybe if I was on a good day, 45 minutes. But on an e-bike, I go well over 2 hours. I actually have some proof of that. Well over 2 hours. And I marked that with, I think the app is called Strava. So it tracks my distance. So I feel so much better knowing I have the dependability of the motor if I happen to poop out, or let's just say I hurt myself, my back is hurting, my knee is hurting, something, I can use the motor to get me back home. So it's a safety blanket, and therefore it'll make you go out much longer, exploring, exercising, whatever that be for you. You're going to just automatically feel compelled to go way longer than you ever did on a regular bicycle. So there is definitely health benefits out of an e-bike. I will argue that on this point. So those are my 8 benefits of why you should actually sell your car and buy an e-bike. I have done this. You can do this. You can do this. The amount of money you're saving is incredible. Even if you chose to do this just for 1 year, let's just say you're like, I'm only gonna do it for a year. That's fine. You will have saved up so much money in a year. Or maybe you're still sitting there all hesitant going, I can't ride a bicycle to work. Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can. I ran into some dude at Publix. He rides an hour into downtown Orlando to go to work. An hour. He doesn't find that like what's the word I'm looking for? Drooling? I don't know what word I'm looking for. Exhausting? No, that's not the word. Anyways, he doesn't find it a terrible ride. I'm gonna go with that one. Simple adjective. And you also need to flip your mindset on that. It's not like, oh my God, I have an hour bike ride to work. No, think of it like this. I have an hour of fresh air and exercise to collect my thoughts for this stressful day of work that I'm about to have. Number 2 is you're going to get your exercise done for the day. If you choose to do exercising to work and maybe bring a change of clothes because you're going to get sweaty, you've gotten your exercise done for the day. So when you get home, guess what? You're just chillaxing from that point. Dinner and chillaxing. Exercise is done. You can ride your bike to work. You can, absolutely. Now, I work from home, so, yay me, but you can, and other people do ride their bikes to work. And then you're probably thinking, yeah, but okay, you can't ride a bike when it's raining. Okay, all right, point there. I mean, you can, actually. There are rain coats for bicycles and people now. So you can. But even if you chose, let's just say it rained, it was crappy weather, 2 days out of the work week. You getting a Lyft or an Uber is still saving you money, and compared to no car payment and no car insurance and no gas, no tolls. You are still winning in this scenario of choosing an e-bike over a car. You're still winning. Okay, you are. I don't care. The numbers don't lie. Even if you have to Uber or Lyft twice a week for bad weather, whatever it might be, you are still financially winning by choosing to do an e-bike over a car. Simple, fun fact. Done. Now, if you need another safety blanket to make this decision more easier, okay, keep your car for the next 6 months. You're probably seeing my cat down there playing. Keep your car for, let's just go with 6 months. If you need that safety net of, can I really do this? Like, can I? So you keep your car, and you're gonna have to keep paying your car insurance and your car payment, but at least you will have tested out that, oh my God, I can actually just ride an e-bike. I ride it to groceries. I ride it to medical appointments. I ride it to visit friends and family. You will be using this now as your sole transportation. So you need to have a come to Jesus moment on that one. So after everything we've just gone through, all these amazing benefits, you're still finding yourself on the edge, then you're gonna wanna see this next video where we actually talk numbers, like through the whole year, how much that whopping big number of savings is. After you see that, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be buying an e-bike. And as always, if you found any of this information we've gone over today useful in your decision making, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing. My video is all about preparing, saving for van life, tiny home. So until the next time, see ya.
I gotta get one of those.
Yeah?
Oh my God, yes.
These are awesome.
Are you kidding?
I don't need gas.